Welcome to Light at Speed. In this video, we'll be looking at LED luminaire rated lifetimes. Welcome to another edition of Light at Speed with remote controlled lighting and precision lighting. In this previous video, I discussed why LEDs don't last forever, and I dove quite deeply into what happens inside an LED to affect its lifetime, and what can be done to extend the life of LEDs. But in this quick video, I wanted to expand on the life ratings manufacturers give to LEDs and their drivers. We will quickly recap on Lumen maintenance factor, which is given the letter L, and in addition, I will talk about the rated life failure fraction, which is given the letter B. We will also look at the complete or catastrophic failure ratings given the letter C. So, to recap. Most luminaires are warranted to 40,000 hours at L70, L80 or L90. The L numbers are the percentage of luminous flux which will still be present at the end of the warranted life of 40,000 hours. This is known as the Lumen maintenance life projection. This is calculated using the IES's LM80 test. The IES developed LM80, which is a testing procedure for LED chips and modules. It tests the luminous flux of sample LEDs at various operating temperatures over a long period of time, which is at least 6,000 hours, but ideally is 10,000 hours. The luminous flux measurements should be taken at a minimum of every 1,000 hours. Those results can then be projected out longer than the LM80 test period using the IES calculated projection method TM21. The results of TM21 calculations can tell you the L70 times or the L80 or L90, which are Lumen maintenance life projections for 70%, 80% or 90% of initial output. But for all manufacturers, that's not the whole story. And some other ratings are used after the L percentages, which add extra information about expected life. These are the rated life failure fraction and complete failure ratings. But before we get into those, the reasons why some manufacturers choose to add this information is because, of course, not all LEDs are exactly the same. Even LEDs within the same bins do react differently, and some will age better than others, worse than others, and some might fail completely before the 40,000 hours is up. If you'd like to learn more about binning and its importance, I've got a great video up there about it. Therefore, failure fraction and complete failure ratings give extra insight. Rated life failure fraction is the percentage of LED chips that will fall below the L percentage threshold before the warranted time period, and it's given the letter B followed by a percentage. Those remaining chips will be at or above the threshold value. For example, a rating of L70B10 means that 10% of the luminaires in the installation at the end might have lower than L70 life projection output. But this also means that 90% of them will have at least 70% of their initial output. It's not unusual for commodity luminaire manufacturers to use L70B50, which would mean half of the LEDs could have less than 70% of their original output, so definitely worth looking at. Then you have the rarely used complete failure rating. This is given the letter C followed by a percentage. The complete failure rating describes the expected percentage of catastrophic failure during the rated lifetime of the LED module. A catastrophic failure is when the luminaire doesn't produce any light. For example, a rating of L70C10 would mean that 10% of the luminaires installed could have failed completely, and that would be within limits. It's widely accepted, though, that a realistic C failure would be 1% of an installation. This failure rating doesn't include single chips failing in multiple chip arrays, as the loss of one or more will cause an output drop, normally caught by the failure fraction B value. Importantly, most reputable luminaire manufacturers do not use C values, as any complete failure of a fixture, if it's used within the correct environmental conditions, would be accepted, repaired or replaced. There is also an overall failures rating given the letter F. This is a percentage value, which is the sum of the B and C percentages. But remember, as the accepted C value for luminaires is so low, the F value normally is equal to the B value. For most companies, drivers are not included in this rating system, as drivers do not usually reduce their output over time. They normally work perfectly, or they fail completely. Some manufacturers will give driver rated life as 40,000 hours and 10%, where the 10% value has a similar meaning to the complete failure value for LEDs and suggests that an acceptable failure rate for drivers up to 40,000 hours is 10%. In conclusion then, there are 5 pieces of information to look for when considering luminaire warranties. The rated life of the LED module is given in hours or years, and the standard is 40,000 hours or 5 years. The Lumen maintenance life projection is L70, L80 or L90 and is the minimum expected luminous output as a percentage still present after the rated life. The rated life failure fraction, or B, is given as a percentage and shows the percentage of LED modules which could fall below the Lumen maintenance life projection before the end of their rated life. The complete failure rating, C, isn't often used, but it gives the percentage of LED modules which could fail completely and emit no light before the end of their rated life, although this is estimated to be about 1%, so many ignore it. And lastly, the driver's rated life given as a time in hours and a percentage of complete driver failures. Now, at Precision Lighting, we warranty our LED products to L90 at 40,000 hours, and the driver warranties are matched by their individual manufacturer's warranties, which are usually 40 or 50,000 hours too. But at Precision Lighting, if the operating environment is correct, any complete failure of driver LED will be repaired or replaced under warranty. No B or C ratings here. At Remote Controlled Lighting, we warranty the whole fitting to 5 years at L90, and the majority of the drivers we use are our own design, so their warranties are the same. Even the motors are included. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye!